Hello viewers, welcome once again to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you on how you could make money from your idea to generating income. How you could start your business without any capital. They've told you that you need money to start your business. They told you that you need capital, or rather you need money to make money. But I tell you that it is not true. Yes, it is not true. You don't need money to make money. And here's what they don't tell you, that some of the world successful entrepreneurs today actually started their business, with nothing but a dream and an idea. And I tell you, there was no money, there was no investor. All they had was just that idea and pure strategy. Alright, welcome once again to the video. So like I said, in my step 1, it's breaking the myth. Money isn't your first need. Yes, money is never your first need. Your first need is that idea, like I said in the introduction. What idea do you have? You've been lied to that you need money to make money. But I tell you that in reality, what you need are what I call the 3 C's. 1, you need clarity. 2, you need creativity. And then you need commitment. With these 3, you will go far in that idea that you have. For example, Airbnb started renting out mattress, in his living room. Yes, Sarah Blake started her fashion business that is worth millions today, if not billions, with her savings of 5,000 US dollar. And she had no experience. And today, he has spread into so many states in the United States with her business, with her fashion, industry. What about Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs started his Apple in a garage. We know that today Apple is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So what you need is that idea and pure strategy, and not money. That takes us to step number 2 in my list here. Remember, your ideas is free. And I tell you, your execution of these ideas is what is priceless. So number 2, what does it say in my list? It says your idea must be something that costs you nothing. Yes, some of the greatest ideas we have is ideas that is so unique and it costs nothing. So you filter your ideas. So many ideas, of course, will come to your mind, but you filter those ideas and look out for the one that will meet the need, that the one that will pay you without costing you anything. What am I trying to say? Remember, not all businesses needs funding. What you need is a skill-based, service-based, and a digital idea, especially in our today's world with the advent of the internet. If you have digital skills, then you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. So ask yourself some of these questions. What skill do I have that others are willing to pay for? So you need to do a retrospection, sit down within yourself, ask questions. And when you do, you will discover that you come up with ideas. Some of you are good in programming. Some of you are good in standing before the camera to speak to the audience. Some of you are good in teaching. Some of you are good in several other many things. So these are digital skills. These are also what we call service-based. So you don't need any cost. You just need resourcefulness. That's all that you need. So you don't need money to start all these things. You ask yourself, what skills can I offer that others will be willing to pay? What problems can I solve? And knowledge can I offer? With all these things, When you are able to come up with a credible answer, you will discover that when you put these things to work, money will definitely, come in your direction. You will be successful in that business you want to create. So you need to find out what are the problems that I can solve using knowledge, time, effort instead of money. All right, remember, there are ideas like freelancing. I have some here. Let me quickly just go through them for my list. I have freelancing, I have coaching or consulting, I have drop shipping, I have content creation, and then of course the digital products I discussed with you about. These are examples of, service-based, and the digital skills you can offer, instead of money. For instance, freelancing. In under freelancing, we have what we call freelance journalism. We have freelance writing, and many others. You can be virtual assistants, online. And then when we look at consulting, what are you good at? You could be a health consultant, and in the health, health is broad. So you could go into maybe nutrition consultant. You could go into as a urologist. You could go whichever in the broad, sector of the health. And then we have business. You could be a business consultant. What area of business consultant are you? And then you could also be, a wealth coach, a wealth masterclass coach. That is in the area of consulting. The areas that you are skillful, the areas that you are good at. Examples also, dropshipping. Dropshipping is a business that you can offer without inventory. As a matter of fact, dropshipping is one of the businesses that you can do upfront without any cost at all. So you want to find out more, just you can contact us. We will be able to guide you, we'll be able to direct you, we'll be able to tell you how to go about it, how to start. Better still, you can lay your hands on our book, 10 Fundamentals of Wealth Creation. The book has a lot. So I encourage you to lay your hands on the book. Check on the description below to get more information about the book, 10 Fundamentals of Wealth Creation. So others include content creation. You can create contents and display them on free platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the rest of them. And of course, we also have creating digital products where you could create ebooks, courses, and other templates that can be sold. So you will be asking, these are things you can do without money. Yes, these are things you can do without money. So don't forget, you don't need money to create some of these examples I've given you, above. All that you need is your resourcefulness. Yes, it's your resourcefulness. So I take you to my number 3 step. And the number 3 step that I have here is, it says you turn time into capital. And that is also what I refer to as your sweat equity. So what do I mean by that? What I'm trying to say here is that if you don't have money, what you need is your time. So what do you do with your time? You invest in your time. Investing in your time to improve on yourself. Investing in your time to invest in yourself. By the time you do, you become an authority in your field. You master a particular skill that will generate better income for you, or that will help you, to advance towards creating or establishing that business. Are you getting the idea already? Good. So you leverage more on what I call the sweat equity. Yes, here is how. You learn a lot of things from YouTube. There are many things you can learn from YouTube, and you are not charged for it. There are many courses when you go to Allison courses, and there are other courses that you can learn for free. Other sites that there are courses that you can learn for free. So you improve yourself on these areas. You build your brand free on platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, and the rest of them. Twitter, LinkedIn. You don't pay for it. So you develop yourself, you invest in yourself, and then when you establish your brand, you promote them on such brands that I just mentioned, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and the rest. I mean, X is the same thing as X is former, Twitter. So these are free platforms that you can, promote your brand, promote your business without any cost. So offer services for free. When you do, people get to know what you have, what you can offer, the solutions you can offer, the value you can offer. And by that, they reach out to you. Remember, you don't need money for an advert. No. Find areas where you could offer your services for free. And when you do, people in turn get to know that, oh, this is what you can offer, or this is what you can do. And they reach out to you. A good example is YouTube. And those other, social media platforms I just mentioned, like X, and then Instagram, even TikTok. All right. So the question here is, what will you be willing to do, or what will you be willing to master? What skills can you master that will generate more income for you? So ensure that you work on your sweat capital, you improve on yourself, and once you do, you'll be amazed. So like I said, once again, I highly recommend the book 10 Fundamentals of Wealth Creation. That book has a lot, and I recommend that you lay your hands on it, and you'll be glad you did, because some of the things I'm sharing with you here, you have detailed information about that right there in the book. So check in the link in the description below, and to get more information about the book 10 Fundamentals of Wealth Creation. All right, that takes me to step number 4. In step number 4, you must build before you launch. The minimum viable product, I call it the MVP, minimum viable product. And what do I mean by MVP? What I'm trying to say is that you don't need a finished product. You don't need to perfect. No. All you need is a minimum viable product. What do I mean by that? What I'm trying to say is that you should start something small and make it simple, and then let it be sellable. Something small, simple, and sellable. That's the 3S. With that, you establish your what? Your MVP, your minimum viable project. Ask yourself, can I sell a better version of this particular solution or this idea that I have? Can I test my idea with one client or more? Can I pre-sell the solution even before I start building it? So with all these questions, you will discover that it will help you to know whether your product or your idea is sellable, whether it's simple, and whether it's something you could easily start. So test before you invest, sell before you scale, and then build as you carry on. I take you to the next step, which is step number 5. For you to be able to generate income from your ideas, you need to sell like your life depends on it. After you have established that idea, you've created your MVP. What next should you do? Your product is ready. Remember, I told you, you don't have to perfect. All you just need to do is, start small, make it simple, and then let it be sellable. And once you are there, all you need to do is establish avenues through which you can make sales. Now, that is where a lot of people have issues. They say, oh, Mr. Adams, I'm not good at sales. No, you're good at sales. Let me tell you something about selling, a secret about selling. Selling is not convincing. A lot of you try to want to convince someone to buy your product, or someone to buy your service, or someone to patronize you. No. Selling is convincing through persuasion. Sorry, I didn't mean to say convincing. Selling is reaching out with the benefits of your product through persuasion. That was what I meant to say. So selling is not convincing. A lot of us, what you try to do is you try to convince. And when you try to convince a customer or a prospective client, you won't sell. What you need to do is lay bare the benefits of your service. Lay bare the value your product will, give to the client or to the customer. And when you do that with some sort of persuasion, then the potential client or customer sees the need. But not when you are now trying to convince, no, 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 you won't sell. So, as much as possible, you must be bold as to that particular product you have, come up with. Is it sellable? Does it have value to offer? So once it does, that is what you should sell. And once you do, you will be amazed at how far and the sales you will make, at that product. So you need only your idea to establish that business. And then, of course, at step number 5, you must sell, and sell as if your life depends on it. Yes, you sell through persuasion, displaying the benefits and the value of that service or that product. And once you do, people, once they are they are convinced by the products and the benefits of it, they will definitely buy. They will buy from you. So take note, there are many other free tools you can use for yourself. I've mentioned earlier on the likes of WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, and the rest. You can use those free tools, to market your products. So remember, you can also use Canva, to design your flyers and your visuals. You can also use Google Forms, to take your orders. And then, of course, you can use PayPal, Paystack, or any other mobile, platform, to receive your money. So these are some of the things, you need to put in place. And some of these things, you don't need any payment for it. You don't. You just start. You start small. You start simple, but start anyway. And by the time you do, you'll be amazed that you're making progress. So, having said all this, I'd like you to know that when you create some urgency and then offer value. Be everywhere. You don't need a budget. All you need is boldness. Yes, what you need is boldness, and believe in what you have. Remember, your product must convince you. You should be able to tell that your product has the value to offer. So with this, your solution can be of help to someone. If the solution that you have cannot be of immense value to someone, then it means you don't have something sellable. That was why I said you need to test. You need to know this thing that I have, this solution that I have, this product that I have. What benefit can it be to people out there? This skill that I have, will people need it? Will it be needed? What solution will it offer? So with all this, you will discover that if it has value to offer, then you are in for a great success. All right. Having said all that, I go to the last step, which is step number 6, and it's all about you reinvesting, from step 1 to step 5. You reinvest, and then you repeat, and you scale. Yes. So when your first money comes, when you start making money, you start generating that income, what are you expected to do? Don't spend the money on frivolities. Don't spend the money on things that will not add up. Instead, what you need to do is reinvest, upgrade on your skills, upgrade on the tools, the free tools that you use. From now, you can begin to go on paid tools so that you can scale, improve on your brand with that money that you have realized. Are you getting it? Buy stocks, buy time, and automate the system, So with all these things, you systemize, and then you hire help. That is to say, you get more hands. You discover that with this, you will turn your business into a machine that produces, a cash flow for you. So what do you need to do? What I will advise you to do now is you start now, and you don't need money to start. All you need is that idea. All you need is that strategy, and the strategies are what I have highlighted for you from step 1 to step 6 that I just discussed with you right now. So you have been waiting for the perfect timing. You have been waiting for that capital. You have been waiting for that connection or for that permission. No, I tell you, you don't need any permission. I tell you, you don't need any capital. I tell you, you are the capital. Yes, you are your own investor. You don't need any investor. You are the investor. All you need is rise up. Take hold of that idea that you have. Take hold and master, that skill. And I tell you, you'll be amazed at how much you will generate over a period of time. So your idea is capable of generating income for you if you follow through with the steps that are highlighted, just a few minutes ago. So in conclusion, if this video has given you value, please, I'd like you to go to the description below, to the comment below and type I have value. And also don't forget to click on the notification bell and subscribe, so that when we upload new videos like this, YouTube will be the first to inform you. And if you have received value from this video, please give us a thumb up, and don't forget to share this video to somebody who will be in need of it also. Yes, so having said that, like I said, please, I'd like you to go to the comment below and type, what idea do you have and what business are you ready to start with? Type there, so that we can build that business together with you. Yes, don't forget to reach out to us if you need consultation. You need to be assisted. You need to be guided. Please reach out to us, and we will help you in the areas of the business or ideas that you have. But then, like I also said, our book is there, which is titled The 10 Fundamentals of Wealth Creation. Please reach out in the link in the description below to get more information about the book. And I tell you, every detailed information about some of the things I discussed with you right here is in that book. And it's just a manual that you need, yes, to help you in your wealth creation. And you'll be glad that you have a copy of that book to help you establish that business that is being waiting for you to start. Thank you. My name is Adams. I look forward to seeing you again in another video. I remain your coach.